So check this out. I wanted to give y'all an update on what happened earlier today. Y'all saw all the police activity, and my friend Danny is here today.
Hey guys.
And they took her live video down. I got it like this, right? They took her live video down because she was reported for harassment. So what happened was how the cops got here, and I know I don't want to tag Danny because Danny made a video about this bullshit today, and somebody reported it, and somebody took it down, and now she can't do a live for another
24 motherfucking hours.
Right. Danny has been one of my witch friends since I've moved to Reynoldsburg, and let me tell you, there is some Becky from over on the other side of town, because this is hood-ish. This is not the nice part of the suburb. And she was getting her nails done, and what did she claim she saw?
She claimed that she seen the woman hit the man with the car and leave him in the road.
She didn't hit him.
No.
Oh, so now this Becky, who's over here in the goddamn hood, has every fucking cop in Reynoldsburg, and that's why I was filming it. With every single fucking police officer in Reynoldsburg, even the bicycle cops was out there, wasn't they?
They were. They had 2 bicycles sitting out on the curb.
Like, what the fuck? You gonna come to a violent crime on a bicycle? This is where we live, motherfuckers. We live in Ohio, okay? So they took her video down because the bottom line is we got rules in the hood, okay? And if you seeing a motherfucker, whatever's going down, if they getting their ass beat by a woman, or if something happened with a woman and the woman has been screaming, get out of my car, get off of me, she's in danger. So now, Becky, in what world do we live in? We live in motherfucking Bizarro world. Don't we live in Bizarro?
We live in Bizarro. Well, because the problem is that Becky came over here with her good hair and decided that she was going to go get her Cardi B nails on, and sat in a nail salon watching what happened and assumed that she had watched this woman run this guy down with her car, but never brought her ass out of the nail salon to see if old guy was okay. And instead of doing anything to be proactive to help like a responsible citizen would, she took it upon her white ass self to call the police, not the ambulance, not 911, but the police, because all of them were here. She called the direct number. She had to call the direct number because they were all here. Every one of them were here, and there wasn't a single ambulance, not one. Now, if you would have called 911 and you would have said, I seen somebody get hit by a car, you would have had 3 ambulances sitting out here. And then the police would have come. Point is, she called the direct number, as Becky would, and made an assumption, but never once proactively went over to see if the guy was bleeding out, if his neck was broken, if his leg was broken. None of it. She sat back and let her nail technician finish doing her nails or doing whatever the hell she was deciding to do, and made an assumption. And this is the problem with the white community. The white community likes to go around and make assumptions about the black community. They like to sit back and run their mouth to the police, but never once do they want to stand up and proactively help and be a participating ally in assisting anybody. It isn't even just the white community. They don't do it for anybody. They do it for themselves, so that she could sit back and get on Facebook and say, oh my God, guys, look, I watched a guy get hit by a car and I called the police and saved his life. That's the only thing that they do.
And all of that was some straight up bullshit, because that woman did not hit. She might have hit his ass, but she didn't hit him with the car.
She hit his ass with the curb.
She hit him with the curb when she threw that bitch out of the car. And he was drunk, y'all. He had fucking road burns and all that bullshit. But before that, she heard him, and she testified to the police. She heard him. The woman was screaming, "Get off of me!
Get off of me! And get out of my car!"
So now we live in a world where the police are called on innocent black men who aren't doing shit wrong, but a white woman can call the police on somebody who's abusing another woman. And I don't care what color you are, man, woman, beast, bird, I don't give a fuck who you are. You put your hands on somebody, you get hands back. Now, if Danny hadn't been there, that woman would be facing attempted vehicular manslaughter or homicide. If he died at the hospital, she would have been chasing homicide charges, when that's not what she did. So this woman getting her nails done saw half of some bullshit and decided that this woman was just hitting a drunk, homeless man, maybe she assumed.
God only knows what she assumed. Nobody wants.
She didn't even know that the woman knew the man.
No.
But she just decided that she was going to call the police and tell the police what she thought happened. And the police were going to arrest her on what this other woman, who ain't from here, so what happened. Let me explain something to you. I was born in Ohio, but I grew up in Chicago, okay? And the rule is, first of all, when you see domestic violence, you make sure that, everybody's okay. The second thing is, you want to make sure, like, who started this? Was this person defending themselves? If that person's defending themselves, you be like, carry on, have a nice day. If they get their ass beat from the person who's defending themselves, that's their business. But don't come over here with your supposed ideas and infiltrate our neighborhoods talking about I saw her hit a man with a car.
The problem is, too, her car was facing northbound. Dude was laying in the southbound lane. It was literally impossible.
But you gonna hit him and knock him into the other fucking lane?
Yeah, like flat like a freaking possum, just right in the middle of the road. And I could see if somebody was driving by, they might assume that he was hit by somebody.
But it wasn't her.
But if I were driving by and I would have seen it, I would have assumed she stopped to help him because of the direction she was going in and where he was laying. That's what I would have thought.
Hit him with the car.
Not that she hit him with a car. Not unless her car can turn around on a 360.
That's a damn shame when you don't know domestic violence when you see it. And you would call the police and you would give them a report. There's some half-assed, half-baked bullshit. This sister's out here scared for her life, and that is why I was filming, because every fucking cop in Reynoldsburg was out here, and there's a black woman out here, by herself, and, all of a sudden you want to defend somebody who is an abuser? Get the fuck out of here. So they reported Danny's video for harassment for telling the truth. And I don't know, my video's public. Maybe they'll report mine too. But the reality of the matter is we got people constantly, and that's a problem in this country, reporting shit that never happened. And we've got jails and prisons filled with our people. Because especially with these gentrifiers like Becky at the barbecue, trying to tell some people that have lived in fucking Oakland their entire life, or, better yet, churches in Oakland being given noise citations because the people who are not of the culture have moved into the neighborhood and they don't like the way things are going down. Like I said, domestic violence is never right, but you always have the right to defend yourself. And so, she chewed Becky's ass out. Didn't you chew Becky's ass out?
Oh no, I didn't talk to Becky. Becky was all the way over on the other side. But I let the police know.
Right.
But I let the police know that in all this whole situation where you have sis she was standing there bawling her eyes out. I didn't even stop to say anything to the police because I am here and I'm minding my own business. I stopped because I see her crying and I seen what she went through and I was giving her a hug and telling her it would be okay. She whispered something to me. I don't know what she said, and then she got back and she gave me the look. Like, ladies, we know the look. And that's when I said, danger. Yeah, it was like just help me. And I looked over and I said, wait a minute. Here's what happened. To the point where the officer walked up and I was like, I gotta go. I gotta take Tracy's daughter to her appointment. And the officer said, well, I need your ID. And, my initial thought, you're not getting my ID, but I stopped and I seen her. Oh, they love it. And I looked at the woman. I looked at the officer, I reached down to my purse, take my ID. And that is the only time you will ever see me hand my ID to an officer if I am not suspected of a crime. Take that, keep it. I waited an hour and 40 minutes at the police station to get it back, and I don't even care. It was worth every hour and 40 minutes that I spent sitting waiting for somebody to find it. And it's a damn shame because this shows that the issue that we have today is the same as the issue that we had back in the 50s, back in the 60s. It's the same as your Sam Cookes and your Nina Simones, and that movement needs to stay alive, and we need more people involved because a white person has the right to look at a convenience store.
Fucking jury.
They can be judge. They make your judge and jury.
Executioner.
Yes, and they make your judge and jury. And on a jury trial, this woman would have had no hope. She would have been done. Her life would have been completely over.
Her babies.
Her babies, her babies, her family, everything that she's ever worked for would have been gone because some bitch made an assumption. The problem with America today, the problem with white people is that white people have the power to look at a corner and say, that guy scares me because he's a black man drinking a soda and selling a cigarette. And they could call the police and that guy is dead. He lost his life. Girl can't pull over with a broken taillight. No, she goes and she's dead. Yeah,
What the
she's
fuck?
died
Right.
died over a broken tail light at the hands of a white man. And then this woman could have potentially lost her entire life behind bars because of the assumptions, the ignorant assumptions of a white woman. Because at the end of the day,
She didn't see
white
what the
people
fuck
are,
happened.
they never see what happens. They never know what happens. They assume. They are ignorant.
Yep.
They are absolutely
And that's why Danny
ashamed.
got suspended. And it might actually block me from doing another live. But the reality of the matter is, didn't nobody hit that man with the car. She might have hit that motherfucker with her hand. I know his head hit the curb when she threw that bitch out of her car for hitting her. He ain't had no business putting his hands on that woman. None. And he got exactly what he goddamn deserves. If I knew the motherfucker's name, I'd go straight up to Mount Carmel and laugh at that bitch. Huh.